Hey guys, Andrew Oliver here with Soundtalk on the New Fury blog, and today's video is kind of a two-parter. First off, I'll be talking about the new Electric Wizard track from their album Time to Die, titled I Am Nothing. It is an absolute monster of a track. It is probably one of the heaviest things Electric Wizard has ever done. It's got me super excited for the new album. And it is definitely something I have to announce for anyone that hasn't heard it. Electric Wizard has been for a long time one of my favorite bands, probably since I was like 14 years old. I've been listening to Electric Wizard, and they've been consistently churning out really great tracks, really great albums. And this one, you know, from what we're hearing now, seems to be no exception. It's super heavy. It's got a, that classic, crushing atmosphere, great vibe, awesome riffs. It's looking to be, hopefully, a really great album from what we're hearing so far. And that got me thinking, which is the second point I'll be getting to on this video, about how interesting and how kind of cool it is that Electric Wizard and doom metal in general is still relevant today. Very relevant and, within reason, fairly popular, especially with bands like Electric Wizard and Reverend Bizarre. They all have pretty significant cult followings. And, it gets you thinking, because doom metal is sort of a retro genre. It's sort of a throwback kind of thing in general. I mean, Electric Wizard, they really buy into it. They play on analog instruments. They're all about getting that retro sound. They're not really so much about taking doom metal into a new direction, per se, but they're more about being very sincere in their homage to bands like Black Sabbath and Saint Vitus and the like. Which gets you thinking that maybe, a music's relevance depends, less on the times and maybe on just whether the band can release really good, solid music that's legitimate and genuine and sincere, or well-written, well-composed, accessible, catchy maybe. But if that's the case, it sort of brings to mind why artists like Fats Waller aren't still receiving a lot of airplay, things like that. That might be a bit of an extreme example, but certainly he's a great composer, and there are many great composers from the past that today are perhaps rightfully considered irrelevant, as amazing as they are, and in my opinion, as good and fresh as they sound today. But perhaps it differs from artist to artist. Many great composers, great singers in the 1920s, such as Al Jolson, would perhaps be deemed too sincerely melodramatic for an era like today that's so obsessed with irony as opposed to sincerity and melodrama. But that's a topic that's been on my mind a lot lately, and sort of a question that popped up in my head when I was listening to the new Electric Wizard track and noticing how much good publicity it was getting, and rightfully so. It's a great track. But what do you guys think about it? What do you think makes music relevant or irrelevant today? And what do you think of the new Electric Wizard track, which I will leave a link to in the description. This has been a very short video, but I think I've said all I need to say about it. This is Andrew Oliver with Soundtalk on the New Fury blog.